TV 300 Club Thursday on News 3 at 10.
Back at Soldier Field, Chicago, the Cowboys leading 17-6 at the end of 3 quarters. And you're right, John. The crowd has really quieted down since that last drive.
Well, you know, the Cowboys did a heck of a lot with that drive. Not only put them ahead, could be the drive that takes them another step in the playoffs, and among all the other things. Rested the defense.
2nd and 15. Harbaugh. Davis makes the catch and scrambles for a first down. An 18-yard gain.
Yeah, if you look at the statistics after 3 quarters, you know, we know about all the ones, but look at this one here, this inside the opponent's 5-yard line. The Bears have been there twice, no points. The Cowboys, of course, have been there twice and 2 scores. So I think, you know, that's the big thing. I mean, you can have this and that, but you have to score, and you have to score when you get down there.
Here's the handoff to Lewis. He gets 7 yards, perhaps. Smith tripped him up.
I think this whole Cowboy defense is probably the underrated area of this football team. In fact, Tony Casillas was telling us last night, if we win this game, we're going to have T-shirts made up that's going to say the no-name defense. If you look at the cleats there, the different, that's Zorich here, and he's wearing a steel tip cleat. They have about 5 different types of cleats that players can wear in different field conditions, and they choose them after the pregame warm-up.
Here's Harbaugh rolling. Chase and throws it away. Tony Tolbert.
You know, if you look at this,
excuse me, John.
You see, you can use a 3/4-inch mud cleat. Now, that's usually linemen use that one. And or you could use a 5/8 inch. That's a mud. That's probably what most players are wearing today. And you got the 1/2 inch. That's for a hard surface. Then as we come down on the right side, the 5/8 steel tip. That's just what we saw. And the steel tips, and the 3/4 steel tip, those 2 are usually for frozen surfaces. Now, those are steel tips right there, and it's not frozen, but that's old Zorich. You know, you never know what those guys are. He wears steel tips, and it's fine.
Harbaugh on 3rd down. Pass caught by Davis again. 8-yard gain, enough for a first down.
Yeah, this hasn't been the Bears' problem today. The Bears' problem hasn't been Harbaugh in the passing game. You always think of the Bears, you'd think of defense. The defense let them down a little, especially last Monday night, but on that last drive. You think of running game.
Think of the running game.
They don't have that. Neil Anderson hasn't gained anything. You think of him not passing much, but today the passing is the only thing that's kept him alive.
That and that brief spark by Lewis, who replaced Muster at fullback. Harbaugh to throw it. Under pressure, incomplete. Russell Maryland might have deflected it.
Watch Russell Maryland. He's here in the left-handed stance. He's right here, and we'll watch him. I think he did deflect it. He gets a push. He's working there. Then he comes off. He gets between Hilgenberg. Then he just gets in there and gets his hands up. And it was either deflected or the ball went right between his hands.
He got a piece of it.
Yeah, well, he made it wobble. Changed it from a spiral to a wobble.
Here's a guy who's really come on, too.
Now, remember, he's from Chicago, so he's coming here, and this is his hometown where he played high school football. Didn't want to be a football player.
Screen pass is called to Anderson. Ken Norton. Outstanding defensive play.
You know, the Cowboys are doing all the right things. They're not a dominating defense. I mean, there's no player there that you have to double team or triple team, but they're just mixing them up. They're blitzing enough. They're throwing you off balance. They have good coverage. They go from man to zone. They have someone there in all places today.
Norton took on 2 blockers, beat them both, and made the play.
And then, you know, that's the way a linebacker gets a drink. Did you see that? You can't put it in the front. You got to put it in from the side somehow.
3-man rush.
Through your ear.
Caught by Anderson. A gain of 9. That'll bring up a 4th down. The Bears will have to punt. Buford. His only other punt was blocked.
Right, and the fans that were all excited a little earlier are now booing this. Completing the pass and not getting the first down.
Kelvin Martin back deep for Dallas. Pass coming, and it's caught for a first down. Rivera from Buford.
Rivera was the fullback. He just came straight up the middle. You have a fullback who's a personal protector for the kicker. That was Rivera. Mike Ditka knew he had to do something. Watch Rivera. He's right up here. He's the front guy there. He just runs straight down the middle, right towards the umpire. He throws it to him, and he catches it enough for the first down.
Just over 10 minutes left to play. Dallas 17, the Bears 6. First down, Chicago at the Dallas 37. Harbaugh gives to Anderson. I beg your pardon, it's Lewis. A gain of 7, stopped by Ray Horton.
You know, and that's why Mike Ditka's Mike Ditka. I always say that, you know, he's a good coach. He knows how to play the game. He could see what was happening here. He could see that he had a little momentum. He had lost it, and he had to do something. The fans were starting to boo. He had to do something to change it, something to turn it around, and that something was a fake punt.
Second down. And 3. Lewis again. Bear first down. Stopped by Norton. But he gained 5.
Did you see Noonan there? I think he just stepped on his face. I think Lewis was down, and I think Noonan come and put a brogan in his face. That's just when he stands up. I think he gives him a brogan in the face. Yeah, right in the head. Put the hoof to the head. The hoof to the head. You can't do that. I don't know how the fans saw it because they started to boo. Kick him in the head, Ted. You can't do that.
Not nice. Harbaugh to throw. Wheels it outside to Neil Anderson. 4-yard pickup.
Hey, sometimes a move like that, you know, if players see it and it's at their home, that can fire them up a little too, because you talk about fire and emotion and stuff, and the time you need it is now. It's at the end of the game. It's, you know, it's the urgency of it. And I think that's what makes things get tough out there. I mean, just watch the way guys are getting belted around and going after things. These guys are starting to throw live bullets in here.
2nd and 6. Lewis in motion. Cowboys showing blitz, and here they come. Harbaugh's pass is incomplete. Russell, Maryland again put the pressure on Harbaugh.
See, and one thing the Bears know, that they have to think in terms of 2 touchdowns. See, and the Cowboys are still relentless. They've been coming. They're not a big blitzing team, but they have been today. That's been a big change. They're really going after Harbaugh. You know, you think your whole season can be over. One team's going to go on. And that's the urgency that both these teams have to play with right now.
The winner here plays Detroit next week. 3rd and 6. Harbaugh has some time this time, and the pass is complete. To Wendell Davis again. Robert Williams made the stop, but it's enough for a first down for the Bears.
Hey, and these fans know it too. They know that, you know, is this the end of the season or is there going to be another week? And I think a lot of it's going to be determined here. Can they get the ball in the end zone? And of course, if they do that, we know they still have to get another one.
Davis has 7 catches for 80 yards. First and 10. 7.5 minutes left to play.
And this is where they've had their trouble.
Harbaugh chased backwards, dumps it off to Lewis. Lewis inside the 5, inside the 10, almost the 5. Jimmy Jones finally made the tackle.
And Harbaugh has to be thankful for that new rule. A year ago, that would have been in the grass. Watch Jeffcoat, number 77. He's double teamed there. He has Harbaugh right there. The whistle would have blown a year ago. The whistle didn't blow. No in the grass rule. That let him get rid of the ball and keep the play alive.
6:58 left to play. The Cowboys leading 17-6.
While others just talk about quality, we're willing to take a stand. We'll take care of virtually everything your car needs for 2 years free. Now that's over and above the 3-year bumper-to-bumper limited warranty. So about all you pay for is gas. Introducing Value Care Ownership, standard on every car we make at Hyundai. Yes, Hyundai. Right now, your Hyundai dealer is standing by with some outstanding buys. So stop by.
The race is on to make batteries that last longer. And today's Duracell batteries can even outrun the ones we made just a few years ago. Today's Duracell, you can't top the copper top.
This game summary is sponsored by Coors Light.
Emmitt Smith, 21 rushes, 95 yards, the 1 touchdown. The turnovers have aided the Cowboys considerably. The block punt to go with that. Those 2 miscues by Chicago led to 10 points for Dallas. They lead 17-6. 2nd and 4. Harbaugh to throw it. Out of bounds. Davis.
That one official didn't know what to do. He was just waving like this. Then the other one said out. Then he said out too. Tell you, when you get down here, I always say the intensity goes up another level. And I think you start to see more helmets fly off more heads in playoffs than you do in regular season.
Hey, Mike Singletary.
I'll tell you, he knows that they're going to get another chance. If they score, his defense has to get in there and stop them and get the ball back. So you do a couple of push-ups.
3rd and 4. Cowboys again show blitz. Here they come. Incomplete. James Washington, the safety man.
Well, the Bears have to go for it here on 4th down. A field goal won't do them any good. Watch this. It seems like all day the Cowboys have had a free guy. There's Washington. He's a free guy. He hits Harbaugh just as he's going to throw it. But they've outnumbered him. They'll overload his side. They'll bring a blitz. You see Bates coming up the middle. Washington coming from the outside. Good coverage by Horton. This has been an excellent defensive game plan by the Cowboys.
4th and 4. This could be it. The season, the game, everything. Harbaugh trying to run, is hammered to the ground by Ray Horton. And the Cowboys will take over.
And I think the Cowboys can print up those T-shirts, no name defense, and wear them with a heck of a lot of pride.
6:29 left. Cowboys ahead by 11.
When the night
While others just talk about quality, we're willing to take a stand. We'll take care of virtually everything your car needs for 2 years free. Now that's over and above the 3-year bumper-to-bumper limited warranty. So about all you pay for is gas. Introducing Value Care Ownership, standard on every car we make at Hyundai. Yes, Hyundai. Right now, your Hyundai dealer is standing by with some outstanding buys. So stop by.
You just arrived. You don't know your way around town. And then you see welcome signs of civilization and sophistication. You're gonna like it here. The American Express card. Don't leave home without it.
Hello? This is Thelma downstairs. What was that?
Diet Dr. Pepper. It tastes more like regular Dr. Pepper.
Can I try one?
I'll send George right down.
Q had a life.
I got a DJ Saturday night. I'm not trying to miss that for nobody.
Bishop had a plan.
What, is you scared?
Q got a break.
Gee, Q!
Bishop got a gun.
You didn't have to shoot him.
Now it's a matter of who's got the juice.
I think Bishop lost him. No, killed him. I'm the one y'all need to be worried about.
Juice. Rated R. Starts Friday, January 17th at theaters everywhere.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football Conference Wild Card Game is sponsored by Hyundai. Yes, Hyundai, makers of the Excel, Scoop, Sonata, and the brand new Elantra. Today's Duracell, the copper top battery. And by Coors Light, the Silver Bullet is the right beer now.
Soldier Field, Chicago.
Watch on that last play how Ray Horton right there, how he closed on Harbaugh. That is a big play. Looks like he shot out of a gun.
Emmitt Smith to about the 15. Singletary and Carrier. 8 yards for Smith.
Yeah, that defense has reason to be proud, and this is a big part of the story today. The Bears were inside the 10-yard line 3 times, and they got no touchdowns. And I think, you know, that's part of the Bears, but a big part of it was an underrated Dallas Cowboy defense.
Over 100 yards again for Emmitt Smith. 22 carries for 103. Just sort of sneaks up on you.
Yeah, he's that kind of runner because when they run the ball, there's only one guy who really carries, and that's Emmitt Smith.
There he is again. Close to a first down, stopped by McMichael and Singletary, who's back.
Well, you know, Jimmy Johnson said last night we have to win 2 out of the 3, either offense, defense, special teams. And as we said earlier, I think they've won all 3 today.
They lead it 17-6. Bear timeout.
Working to be the best they can be. Teammates, sponsored by the U.S. Army. In a 1990 NFC wildcard playoff game, the Redskins defense faced the #1 rated offense in the conference. Performing brilliantly in the clutch, Washington defenders sacked elusive Randall Cunningham 4 times and completely shut down the Eagles' explosive offense. By holding the NFC's highest scoring team without a touchdown, the Redskins defense led Washington to victory and made the Redskins the best they can be.
While others just talk about quality, we're willing to take a stand. We'll take care of virtually everything your car needs for 2 years free. Now that's over and above the 3-year bumper-to-bumper limited warranty. So about all you pay for is gas. Introducing Value Care Ownership, standard on every car we make at Hyundai. Yes, Hyundai. Right now, your Hyundai dealer is standing by with some outstanding buys. So stop by.
Yeah, we look up at the Cowboy coaching staff, and we see here is Dave Wanstead, the defensive coordinator, who takes a lot of responsibility for the job they did today. And here's Norv Turner, the offensive coordinator. And I think that sometimes the assistant coaches don't get all the credit that they deserve, but I think what Wanstead did with that defense and Norv did with that offense, I think, is amazing. And I think Jimmy Johnson, we all know, has done a great job of building this Cowboy team.
And they have a lot of draft choices to go this year.
Now they have 15 draft choices.
I don't think he got the first down. Stopped by Sean Gale. A loss perhaps of a yard.
If you look at this statistic here, that they're the first team since the 1958 Packers to go from 1 win to the playoffs within 3 seasons. Remember, it was just 3 years ago that they were 1-15. Jimmy Johnson's first year. Jerry Jones, the owner, come into Dallas. They fired Tom Landry. A lot of criticism and talk, and they have really built something, and they're just in the process, because we look here, they have 2 first-round picks, 2 second, 2 third coming up. So they have quality now, and they are going to get more quality. I think most of that more quality will be in the defensive secondary.
Mike Saxon, who's only had to punt 1 time today. Wolford back deep for the Bears. Saxon standing right at the goal line. Low line drive kick. Wolford at midfield. Again, the special teams did a good job. #17-6. Dallas leading the Chicago Bears with 5:12 left. The Bears down to 1 timeout. Don't forget, Tuesday at 2:30 Eastern Time, UCLA and the Fighting Illini of Illinois in the John Hancock Bowl in El Paso, Texas. It's Tuesday, and then on Thursday, New Year's Day, Wednesday, New Year's Day at 1:30 Eastern Time, Florida State against Texas A&M in the Mobile Cotton Bowl Classic. Both here on CBS. Flag on the play as Harbaugh is back in the spread formation.
That's what happens to a special teams guy. That's Glenn Kozlowski, working on his chin after that punt return. Yeah, you think that the Bears scored the last time they had the ball, they'd be in great shape now. Because they have the ball at midfield, plenty of time. But now they still need 2. We're talking about the owner of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones. That's him right there. There, a guy come in and took over the team and bought the team, then took it over. One says, I wonder if he knows what he's doing, and some laughed and thought he didn't. He kind of proved that he did know what he was doing.
I was talking with him before the game, and he was looking around at this arena saying, you know, in all the years that I've been playing football, because he played at Arkansas, never been to Soldier Field before until today. That's almost intercepted. Tony Hill did the juggling.
Yeah, he's made some big plays today, Tony Hill. It's interesting, we were talking last night to Tony Casillas, and it has to be confusing. The Dallas Cowboys have 3 defensive linemen named Tony. That's Tony Hill, Tony Casillas, Tony Tolbert. So when you go in a meeting, And the coach says, hey, Tony, you know, everyone looked right. Yeah, me.
Not me.
Well, it'd be confusing. Like you got them side by side. You say, Tony, stay outside. They both stay outside. They just did it.
Ball flat on this way.
Pass is caught by Waddle. That should get enough for a Bear first down. Stopped by Manny Hendricks. Not quite. Might be about a foot short.
The Fridge is thinking right there that we had to stop him on that drive, and we didn't stop him. We gave him life, and that could have been the season.
4:40 left to play. Anderson hit at the line of scrimmage. Struggled for a couple of yards. Got a first down. Jim Jeffcoat made the initial contact, but the Bears do get their first down. 4:20 left to play.
You see the guys playing middle linebacker now, number 40, Bill Bates.
Yeah.
We've seen him for years throwing his body into piles.
Harbaugh's pass is caught again by Waddle. 9 yards for Waddle.
I think Waddle's had a super day today in a big game. You know, we're always looking for guys, Pat, for the All-Madden team, and I don't know that there's anyone. I mean, he ought to be the captain of it or something. I mean, that just kind of represents.
He should.
To me, what football's all about, and what achievement's all about, and what trying's all about, and what all those things are all about.
He's caught 7 passes for 89 yards. Here's the handoff to Anderson. Anderson out of bounds. Stop the clock. Out of bounds at about the 14. But a 15-yard run by Neil Anderson.
Now again, the Bears are down by 11, so they're still thinking in terms of 2 touchdowns, 4 minutes to go, only 1 timeout. So what they need is a touchdown, an onside kick, get the ball, and then, of course, another touchdown.
That's not much if you say it real fast, I guess.
Well, you know, it sounds like a lot, but had they scored the last time, it sounded like a lot then, too, but it wouldn't have been much because here they are right back again.
First down at the Cowboy 15. Harbaugh slides at about the 12. Bates up to put the hit on. The clock continues to run. Bears in a hurry up. 2nd and 8.
They got their 4 wide receivers in. Neil Anderson, the only guy in the backfield. Shotgun.
Waddle at about the 4. Holt made the tackle. About a 9-yard gain. And it should be 1st and goal. Waddle's still down.
I think if the Bears don't win this game, I think Waddle's going to go to bed and take a nap for a week. Then you'll see his hit. Both knees are down when the ball comes out. Waddle's still down there. Maybe he's staying down for the review.
Looks like he may be taking a nap now.
Yeah, well, you know, they've used more of that smelling salts on him today. It's a league record. Every time we've seen a shot, they've had that smelling salt they've been giving him. And he's been trying to clear the cobwebs out. I mean, there's a lot of different tough guys. There's linebacker tough, and there's lineman tough, and there's big guy tough, and there's wide receiver tough, and this is it.
He doesn't look like he should be played this game. He's been to the locker room to be x-rayed.
Yeah, he's been walked all day. They walked him on the field, off the field. They walked him to the locker room.
Harbaugh down at about the 6. By Leon Lett and Russell, Maryland again. A loss of 3.
Yeah, he's getting a big push, but let's see if there's anyone open. You know, a lot of times, you look at the protection, and you look at him, see, he's trying to throw out here to the left, and they're double covered there. If he threw to the left, that ball would have been intercepted. So that was good coverage.
Waddle is back in the game, split wide right. And he gets the touchdown. From Harbaugh.
That guy's a football player with a headache.
Nine catches, 104 yards for Waddle, and the only Bear touchdown. Butler for the extra point. Good. 17-13 with 2:42 left to play and one timeout.
Yeah, that's the key, I think, Pat, is a one timeout. If the Bears had all three timeouts and a good deep kicker, I think they could kick deep. But with only one timeout, I think they probably have to go for an onside kick. Let's watch the touchdown. Shotgun, overload, three wide receivers out to the right. Waddle's the second guy. He comes in. They cover the first guy going across. The other guy goes out. Waddle has the inside all to himself. What a warrior he has been today.
Today's game was produced by Robert D. Stinner. Directed by Sandy Grossman. The NFL Today is produced by Eric Mann and directed by Duke Struck. The senior producer of the NFL on CBS is Ed Gorin, and the executive producer is Ted Shaker. They are still adding to the record.
Yeah, I think after the Immaculate Reception, I think it was 10 for Madden. Madden never played like Waddle did, I'll tell you that. This is a big play here, this onside kick. And you know that there's going to be an onside kick. The Cowboys are in what we call an onside kick prevent, or their hands team. So the Bears are going to get some kind of overload and then kick to an overload. They'll probably line up like this and then shift. There goes the shift.
Don't forget Gardaki's left-footed, so that's why they're going that way. And he kicks away. Kicks it out of bounds.
I don't know what that was.
I don't either.
I mean, it wasn't a deep kick, and it wasn't a short kick. And the special teams coach, Steve Kaiser, is going crazy at Gardaki. Look at him.
Placed at the 35-yard line.
He has an explanation to do there. Now Ditka's on Steve. Oh boy, that's a definition of mass confusion.
They're both after Gardaki.
Well, was it supposed to be an onside kick or a normal kick? It was kind of a tweener.
2:38 left to play.
Defense has to think a turnover here.
The Bears have only one timeout remaining. It's Emmitt Smith. Smith knocked down by Singletary after a 3-yard gain.
Well, see, the Bears have one timeout that they take right now, but remember, they're going to get another one at the 2-minute warning. So they have two. Then if they can stop them, they'll get a third with a change of possession, which is an automatic timeout.
There's Waddle still trying to collect things. This game is presented by authority of the National Football League, and this telecast is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of CBS, the Chicago Bears, and the National Football League is prohibited.
Hey, what those Cowboys are thinking now, first thing, no turnovers. Second thing, let's get a first down. The Bears are thinking, one, let's get the ball out of there. Let's force a turnover. And two, let's stop them so we can get the ball back.
2nd and 6. The ball at about the 37. Beuerlein's going to throw it. It does. To his fullback, Darrell Johnston, and he's out of bounds very near to a first down.
Yeah, see, now the Cowboys will either get a first down or be in great shape to get a first down. Well, you talk about a gutsy call by Jimmy Johnson. That was. But then you have to give credit to Steve Beuerlein for executing it. Here's a guy who didn't come to the Cowboys till the regular season started. But thank goodness he didn't play early because he didn't know the plays. Troy Aikman was injured. Beuerlein came in against the Redskins. They've won 5 straight.
3rd and short. The give is to Smith, and he won't get it. They'll have to punt. A loss of a yard. That's twice that happened.
That's good Bear defense. The Bears have no timeout. The Cowboys can let the clock run down, but just to 2 minutes.
The officials have stopped the clock now at 2:10.
They probably stopped it for a measurement. Then there'll be a 2-minute stoppage for the 2-minute warning. Then there'll be another stoppage and change of possession. Good defense. You see McMichael come across there. McMichael come across where he couldn't get that extra play.
Now they've started the clock and we'll get the 2-minute warning. It's Jim Harbaugh loosening up on the sideline. Dallas leading 17-13, 2 minutes to play.
No AC, no show.
Say you need something set overnight.
Those prima donnas.
There are a few companies you can call.
The part's on its way.
But say you need it by 10:30 a.m. Guaranteed. There are 2. But only one is so efficient and reliable. They get it there on time for far less.
It's showtime.
Which is why to some people, there is only one. UPS.
Imagine a rent-a-car company that offers special delivery right to your door. That's Enterprise.
Here, let me help you.
Enterprise, a special rent-a-car company that gives you special delivery.
If your face were square, shaving would be simple, but your face has curves. You need the Schick Tracer, with a blade that flexes to put more of the blade edge against your skin. Tracer from Schick traces every curve on your face.
Pat Summerall with John Madden at Soldier Field, Chicago. The Bears out of timeouts. Dallas has 3. They have the punting team in. Saxon deep.
There, Jimmy Johnson told us last night that somewhere in the game he's going to have a trick in the kicking game. I don't think it would be here.
No, I don't. I agree with you. Wolford is back deep for the Bears. Saxon's kick is not very good. But it'll take a Cowboy roll, and they're going to have a long way to go. Gant downed it at the 4, 52-yard punt.
Well, of course, the clock is stopped now. Change of possession stops the clock, but that's the last time that the Bears will be able to stop it because they used all 3 of their timeouts. They've used the 2-minute warning, and they've used the change of possession. So they have to go the length of the field in 1:50. That is possible to do.
They'll have to go 96 yards to do it. been done before. Remember the famous drive by Denver against Cleveland?
John Elway?
Yep.
They still call that the drive.
The drive.
In both Denver and Cleveland.
Harbaugh from the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for Waddle, covered by Hope. A minute 45 left now.
The other thing with these playoffs is the finality. You get all the teams in the playoffs, and only one is going to win their last game. And the other team has to lose, has to live with that loss.
Second and 10, it's Anderson. And he gets out of bounds at about the 10. With Robert Williams in pursuit. 7-yard gain.
And I think when the Bears are down here now, the thing they have to think is get a couple first downs, then try and get the ball towards midfield, and then take your shots for the end zone. You can't take them from back here.
3rd and 3. Ball is at the 11-yard line. Harbaugh to throw it. Chased out of their pocket. Ball's loose. Dallas ball. They were on it. Let's see if they were down. If he was down.
Looks like Bill Bates, number 40, has it. Bill Bates has it. How did he get it?
The ball was out. We got the ball. The ball was out. There was no whistle. There was no whistle.
This is a huddle of the officials to decide whether the whistle blew before the ball came out.
Down by contact, they're going to say.
They were just looking for some official to say something.
The player is down by contact, no fumble, first down.
Harbaugh got the first down. Jimmy Johnson can't believe it.
Well, down by contact has nothing to do with the fumble unless he fumbled after he was down by contact. I mean, down by contact has to do with spotting the ball. It has nothing to do with fumble. I guess they have to say that the whistle blew before the ball came out.
It's a first down with a minute and 14 left. Dallas leading 17-13. Harbaugh. Pass is picked off by Bates.
There's the guy every year. They're going to get rid of Bill Bates. Can he make it? Can he play anymore? In the right place, he knows how to play this game.
The 3rd turnover by the Bears. Russell Maryland put the heat on Harbaugh. Bates got the interception.
That's the end of the Bears season.
No turnovers for Dallas. There's the pressure by Maryland.
And I tell you, those two guys have done a heck of a job, those defensive linemen. Russell Maryland putting a lot of pressure on today, and Jim Jeffcoat. And, of course, Bill Bates, one of the great guys in this game. It's always nice to see him come up with a big play.
And the Bears can't stop it.
He truly appreciates it. But again, Bill Bates was a middle linebacker in the nickel defense. He's just playing zone, reading Harbaugh's eyes, sees the ball thrown and goes right to it. But he was the guy that the play before had recovered the fumble.
Right.
He was the guy that for years was always one of the slowest guys in the secondary, but always the first guy down on kicks.
That'll be the last play for the Bears. The Cowboys will go to Detroit. We'll be chatting with some of these Cowboy players, Leslie Visser, Pat O'Brien, after the game is over. Mike Ditka and Bill Bates.
Of course, Mike Ditka played for the Bears, played for the Dallas Cowboys, coached for the Cowboys, and coached for the Bears. So these are his two teams. This is his life.
Mike Ditka, a disappointing year, got off to such a great start, but things started to unravel when Anderson got hurt and Buster got hurt, and they just couldn't run the ball. They just couldn't play Mike Ditka football.
No, they couldn't, and today they just couldn't get going, and when they did get in there, they couldn't get the score in, and these Cowboys played awfully well in all areas.
And so once again, the final score from Soldier Field is Dallas 17, the Bears 13. Stay tuned for the NFL Today postgame show. Greg and Terry will have a complete wrap-up of today's game, including interviews with the Cowboys and Bears. Herb Cross will have a report from Houston on today's AFC wildcard game between the Jets and Oilers, and a live interview with the Lions coach Wayne Fonts. You're watching CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League. Dallas wins it, and they advance.